Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Revere Sky's Essence. I really want to focus on something because my mom always hyping me up. She say, you should marry the CEO, you should be the mayor, you should do this, da 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 da. It's good. She be on that global shit, but psychologically she be trying to program me. I know I'm cussing y'all, but phase that out and just hear what I got to say. So this is going to have several parts to this, okay? So I'm not sure what the title is going to be yet, but we're going to figure it out. Now, me and associate got in a very bad debate, okay? This time I didn't yell or scream or nothing. I let them do all the yelling and screaming because I know truths, and there's no reason to respond confused as if I'm trying to figure something out. So he was explaining that his city and state, all the politicians and legislation were stealing money and they're not helping the community or the black people. And he said that they ain't got no competition. All the people that want to be mayor and governor and all of that to represent the towns and all that, they ain't got no competition. It's just the same people every year. And I said, listen, honey, listen. Why do you think that keep happening? He was like, because people not voting. I said, oh man, I don't vote. You know, he was like, see, you're part of the problem. No, dude, I'm beyond the problem. That's not it. So, you know, people that think because they was in the military, they just think they know everything. But you wouldn't be in the military if you knew what was really going on with your country. You wouldn't be in the military if you knew what was really going on with your state and city. You just wouldn't do it. Okay? So I said, well, the reason why I don't vote because I feel like I'm too incompetent to vote. I'm not informed. I'm misinformed. I said, and so are you. You're incompetent and misinformed. He was like, you got me fucked up. I was like, okay. I like your little energy, but you got me fucked up because I'm about to teach you a thing or two if you listen. So this is how it works. He say you start from home. But y'all don't know the basics of it. When you start from home, you start with your community. What's in your 3-mile radius? You have to start banding together as a community. If you got one of those open neighborhoods that really isn't a neighborhood, first you got to start getting your neighbors together. After you get your neighbors together, you have to start getting your zip code together. Then after you get your zip code together, you got to start getting your county together. You got to start going to these county meetings. You got to start going to these neighborhood watches. You have to start going to the town meeting every Tuesday or whenever they have their town meeting. You got to start voicing your opinion about the streets, the neighborhood, the situations. You got to start reporting issues with certain parts of the city, right? Not only that, you need to go downtown and get a layout of their 5 and 10-year plans for that zip code. And then if you have enough time on your hands, you need to get a 5 and 10-year plan for that city, for that county, for that state. You have to start working with these people so you can know, hey, this corporation is coming to our town and it's gonna it's gonna employ 1,000 people. So we're gonna widen the roads on so-and-so boulevard so they can have access and traffic, and we're gonna put up a high-rise 2 miles down the street from where they plan on building their facility. You have to know these things. You got to know it. I also said, are you funding any of the campaigns for the people you want to vote for? He said, hell no. What I look like giving them my money for, and all they gonna do is rob us. Okay. See, you said it. I didn't even have to say it. You said it. So that means that you're not putting no money in the mayor, the governor, or whoever in power, or whoever running for their campaign. You're not putting no money in their pocket, right? So how do you feel like anything you say matter? They don't care. Y'all are all disposable. I said, well, do you feel like they're putting... See, he's more into rapping and lingo, the rap lingo. So I had to humble him down a second. I said, well, do you feel like the people who are in charge of your city and state and county, do you feel like they're putting you on the shelf like they did Gary, Indiana? You know, Gary, Indiana is basically abandoned. Certain parts of Chicago and Michigan are abandoned. I said, do you think that they're putting you on the shelf? He said, yeah, I think they're putting me on the shelf like that. They're putting us on the shelf like that. I said, but you're not even in that city. He said, but I'm still in that county. I said, okay. Okay, so you're not in the capital, but you're in a city that the capital swallowed up. Okay. I said, but I figured it out. I said, do you think you're leader material? Do you think you could get your neighborhood together and y'all could start having meetings and talk about what you need in your community? I say they build communities all the time. The Caucasians build communities all the time. And they tell Walmart how Walmart could look. There's a community in Jacksonville that is nice, ducked off in the woods. You would never know it's a Walmart over there. But before Walmart came to that community, guess what that community told them? All of our high rises are brick, red brick. They told Walmart if they come over there in the neighborhood, they had to brick up their store. Walmart is sitting on bricks, y'all. Walmart, like, I'm from Georgia, and I can't recall a Walmart that is bricked up. Like, that's what we all about. Brickyard Road, brick clay. Georgia is known for selling clay bricks. And you don't even have a Walmart that's full of clay bricks. Okay? And this ducked off area in Jacksonville has a beautiful Walmart with dark red clay brick. I mean, the whole parking lot. Nothing's over there but Walmart. And then as you leave out the parking lot, it's a few more little restaurants or something over there. But they really said, if you're going to come into our neighborhood, your building has to match our high rise. Your building has to match our apartments. We do not want that half Amazon, half stucco look. You have to have some standards when you come over here, Walmart. I swear to God, y'all better go check it out. The brick Walmart in Jacksonville, Florida. Solid brick. Okay, so back to it. So I say you have to get these people together. I said also you need to know that anybody that wants to be a mayor or a governor, they actually were community type people. They were bred for it. The people around them bred them for it. And then you have to think about all the corporations and government and all of that bred them up, watched them, monitored them, looked at the schools they went to and everything, whispered in their ear and said, hey, you could be the next mayor. You could be the next governor. These people are the ones that go to their neighborhood meetings. These are the type of people that go to their town meetings. These are the type of people that go down and see what the city board talking about. These are the type of people that want to see the infrastructure of their city, the 5-year and 10-year plans. These are the people that study law. So, he's still fussing. You don't get it, you don't get it. See, that's another thing. Not traveled enough. Not experienced enough. Not lived in enough places to know when a group of people that are run by money are pushing out a group of people. You have to pay attention to the signs. He said, there ain't nobody to talk to. Everybody gone. I said, well, if everybody gone, you need to catch the cue too. You might need to go too. Because you don't have the leadership to rally everybody up and start putting the blueprints on the wall. Imagine, y'all have a building. You put the city on the wall. And you map out the areas. And you're going to say, well, this problem here, we having water issues here. We having hood issues here. We having drug issues here. What are we going to do? And the children that y'all raise, are you going to breed them to actually become politicians? You got to breed them. It's a certain level of pedigree that you have to breed somebody to even do something. So when I say that I am too incompetent to vote, I mean what I say. And what I'm saying is I'm misinformed. I'm uneducated. So I asked him, I said, the guy that you voted on or was about to vote on, did you do research on him? Who's funding him? He said, yeah. I went to his Facebook page. I went to his Instagram page. I went to his YouTube. I said, that's profiling. That's you trying to get a chemical arousal from social media to see by you looking at this man pictures that you're fond of him. I said, no. This when I started getting a little loud. I said, because obviously you did not hear me. I said, did you research this man, what school he come from, what background he come from, what neighborhood he come from? Is he even local? Is he even from your state? Or did they bring him in there to take over? Who is they? The corporation and the banksters and the people who have the agendas to keep taking the money that the United States give them. Right, you know, the United States give you so much money a year, and they find a way to slip it right out of the state. That's what they do. Let's say you're a black tech firm. Boom. Multi-million-dollar tech firm. Let's be more realistic. Let's say you make about $10 million a year. And you've decided that you want to create a corporation, and you promise the city and state and the county you'll bring jobs. But in the process, we want this neighborhood. We want this neighborhood. We want this zip code. And you pay legislation and politicians under the table the money, and then you support their campaign so they can run, and you support their advertisement and everything so that they can run to profit for you, for your future with your company there, right? Not only that, you pay them so well that they start closing down neighborhoods and old projects and stuff just so you can come in and build business around there, okay? You have to think about these power plays. So I asked him, I said, do you understand the type of research that you have to do on somebody? I said, this is the last level of incompetence I'm going to talk about. A lot of people beg to differ. They be like, oh, you can't vote. I mean, you're not voting. You're the cause of the problem. You incompetent little twitch. Let me tell you something. How dare you go vote on an international level for a president that's running commerce? Yes, he's the president of a corporation. Boom. How dare you go vote when you haven't even sat down and got your neighborhood together, got your community together, got your zip code together? You haven't even researched the people running for mayor. You haven't even elected. You know, you elect and you select the election, but you haven't even sat down with the board and the chairman of your community and said, we have a selected individual we would like to run and vote for our community and neighborhood and city. Boom, you have to breed these people into power. That's why they call it pedigree. That's why they call it the boule. That's why they call it Masonic power. Incompetence is incompetence. And if you can't see past, they not doing this for people, they not doing that for people, you're not doing nothing for yourself. And this is to all those voters out there that want an empty, dry ass excuse for not succeeding in life. You're looking at it. If I have children, I'm going to pedigree them to be on a mission. That ain't impossible. But you have to have a unity and a community to go along with you. You understand what I'm saying? They have to go along with you. They have to be down for you. They can't cut on the TV and say, I'm going to trust everything these people sell me. I'm not going to trust all the glitz and the fame and the glamour and all the hoorah. I'm going to actually say, wait a minute. Let me pull up the books. Who's funding this campaign? Who's funding these people? What corporations are trying to change something in the city? You have to know it. You have to follow the money. It's very important. And if you can't do it on a local level, what makes you think you're competent enough to do it on an international level? What makes you think you're competent enough to vote for a president for the United States that you knew nothing about? Even the people, the scholars and stuff, and the researchers and the paparazzi could not find any information on some of these presidents that they selected. When you get a school and you breed your children and pedigree them and train them and program them to be politicians, things will change. But if you think a man that you never knew, never recognized, never known, that already somebody got their hand in his pocket, or he already got his hand in their pocket, they set him up there, they selected him. It's your job to put on a show and say you voted. You have nothing to do with the plans that they already got planned for the next 30 to 100 years. You have no say-so. So if they're not fixing the water, they're not fixing the streets, they're not putting people in the buildings that are abandoned, it's for a reason. They have redlined y'all and shelved y'all out. Dude did not want to hear none of this, but I'm explaining it to y'all again because there's somebody out there that has the opportunity to breed politicians that will work in humanity's favor, that are not bought out and sold out, that can be protected by the people and not corporations, not organizations, not philanthropy. Okay? There's somebody out there that can actually get all of their people together and be backed up by currency and pull the strings. And I also asked him, do you believe in bad votes? I'm not getting the word out right now, but altered votes and stuff. Do you believe in rigged up votes? He said, if everybody came out at the same time, it won't be nothing rigged up. Wait a minute. The shit is tallied up on a computer and ballots. They never have to give you the actual numbers. That's why they call them field agents. Do you actually think they're going to let normal people count the ballots? Do you actually think the computer can't change ones and zeros? Like, all this is a facade. What you need to do is find your like-minded people. Commune with these people. Set up dates and times. Get together. Look at the infrastructure of the city and the state and see what you need. Once you see what you need, find people that agree with you. But remember, there's a lot of people out there on these FDA-approved products from the store. They cannot comprehend that far. Okay? So when you're on these FDA approved products, that's a drug, Food and Drug Administration. When you're on these products, you cannot comprehend that far to see that far. You just want to click the TV and hope that everything will be settled. You just want to turn on the news, turn on the radio, and hope everything will be settled. Do you know how much energy people put into celebrities, but they do not put that energy into the neighborhood they live in? They won't even pick up the trash. They won't even go and survey the land around them to see potential spots, potential this, potential that. They're not doing nothing. But they can make a whole article on a celebrity. They can make a whole article on a brawl. They can make a whole article on a lynching. But their brain cannot compute policies, agendas, corporations, presidents, governors, okay, chairmen. They can't compute that. They're not willing to study law. Do you know it's sad that a person has to go to jail and order a lawyer when in fact your whole life should be based around on you protecting yourself with law? Your whole life should be based around you learning the anatomy of the human body. Your whole life should be based around keeping you protected at all times. The first 7 years of your life, once you turn 4, so that would be ages 4 and 11, you should be learning the anatomy of your body and law. That's it. And how to build shelter, health, shelter, and law. That's all you should be learning. And then after that, more languages. Health, shelter, and law. Really, you need shelter first so you can have health. You need that. That should be learned mandatory. But if they're regulating and controlling what you think, see, learn, taste, feel, even to the point they're willing to block the sun, this is deeper. It's deeper than anybody's emotions. And you have to say, wait a minute, I'm not going to allow you to trigger me and get my blood up. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you talk. It's just like a little midget. You put your finger in the center of the midget head and he's swinging at you and he's just swinging and swinging and you swinging. You just holding him back with one finger, right? Same thing. Just allow people just woosah. But remember, these people that are pedigree to become politicians, whether that's on a local level, international level, ambassador to represent the United States, the state, the city, the county, whatever. They were all pedigreed for this. They were all programmed for this. And over 70% of the people in the United States are too incompetent to vote. They're not going to do any research. Come on now. His research was Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, social media. He didn't do no research on what college did they go to, what neighborhood were they raised in, where did they come from, who is his father parents, who is his mother parents, what is his genetic profile, what's his race. Enough with trying to listen to people say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. No, motherfucker, who do you have backing you up? What corporations and money do you have backing you up so that we can achieve these goals? What does the community need to bring to the table so that you can stay in power? So that we can receive what we need so we can be at a peace of mind in our neighborhoods. And sometimes you just have to take a break. You have to temporarily move from your city and state and go somewhere else so you can see the bigger picture when you get back. Because once you go somewhere else and see how they running and regulate things and how it's pimp player whole type things, only the people with the big banks and the agendas is running anything. But I can say one thing. Jacksonville Beach taught me a lot. They are a large community. Own mayor, own police system, everything, right? They didn't want Kmart to come out there. They didn't want Walmart out there. Like, Walmart is not over the bridge. That's right. Walmart is not over the bridge. Like, I think even they let Home Depot out there, but they wouldn't let Walmart out there. Something about Walmart gives them a major stigmatism or something. They wouldn't even let a mall come out there. They won't even let you have the Ferris wheel and all that, like Daytona and stuff. Like, they're very strict about this Jacksonville Beach community, right? And they let them build hotels. They let them build beachfront properties and stuff. They let them build high-rises. They let them build retirement resorts. But they won't let certain stores and facilities come out there, right? And when they voting for something, all of these people had a sign in the yard. Say no to this. Say no to this. And they push it out. This is a strong community, and I've been learning from them. I've been learning from them. Whoever campaigning, the town meetings and all that, when they push stuff out, they push it out. They do not allow it to come over there, okay? And I was trying to give him that example of, you got to have a leader. I finally probably met a beta male, okay? But I don't think he's beta. He's Omega. Omega's asleep. So the planet right now is not complementing O Blood. O Blood is not thriving through psyche, through God force energy on the planet right now. Alpha Blood is thriving on the planet right now. A blood, alpha, omega, O, alpha, A, B, beta. Okay? The betas are not even thriving on the planet. They staying in there. They staying close to where they need to survive. But the planet is not complementing their DNA right now. The planet is complementing alpha DNA right now. The planet is not complementing omega DNA. So when I listen to him, I say, okay, he has dormant DNA that's asleep, that's not activated right now. So he does not see the bigger issues. He's actually living in the box and not outside the box. So he can't see the bigger picture because he's emotionally invested in this scenario. Just like in California, a guy was emotionally invested in where he was from. I said, I'm about to go down Crenshaw or whatever. Ooh, don't go in that neighborhood. Don't go in that neighborhood. I'm like, dude, I got Georgia plates. They ain't worried about me. I'm not looking for no drugs or nothing. Oh, I don't go over there. I don't go over there. So I told him, calm down. Let's just drive through there. We drive through there. The gang banging and stuff that he's used to is really not there. Like, I'm not on that level. My vibration on a whole nother level. So that gang banging stuff that you worried about, like, people who drive down the street every day, I could see if it was blocked off and people have it all ambushed, like, and you can't get through, but it wasn't like that. But his mind was warped that this stuff can't be changed. But it can't be changed unless you breed your own people. Your enemy is not going to breed people to come in and save you. Your oppressor is not going to breed people to come in and save you. You have to save yourself. And you have to be willing to You have to be willing to fight and have leadership. Okay? Maybe I haven't given y'all a video in a while, but this shit helped. Thanks. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.